Oh no! So sad.
What up, Delver gang?
Hey, gang.
Chris and Nicole are back at it again with another reaction. Today we're going to be reacting to Made in Abyss Season 2, Episode 12.
Gold.
And yeah, this is the season finale.
The finale! Wow, we're here.
Yeah, we're finally here. Oh,
Man.
Kind of sad, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I feel it's bittersweet. I don't want it to end, but I want to know what happens.
Yes. So we have a special 40-minute episode
Yeah.
here. A bit longer than usual, but I'm excited.
Yes.
In the last episode, we saw Faputa pretty much get wrecked by all the wild creatures busting through the village. And in the end, the little villagers, they sacrifice themselves for her a little bit, let her eat some of their bodies. And she's seemingly going under some kind of transformation.
Yeah.
Her body seems to be turning gold in some way.
Yeah.
And her hair is getting longer as well.
Yeah, it got longer. So.
But there's 2 Terminiid dragons in here now.
I know.
So, yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see what happens.
Let's go.
My God.
Oh.
What the hell? Why is she turning gold?
I don't know, but what's she gonna do?
Yeah. Oh, finally this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the sword!
The ancient power.
The ancient power. There we go. Here's the ancient power.
Yes,
it's like a lightsaber now.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Oh my God. Oh.
Oh. Its teeth melted or something. Oh.
Oh, no way! Whoa!
What? Whoa. Go Faputa.
No.
Oh.
Let's go.
1v1. Go Faputa.
Oh,
Oh.
more backstory?
More backstory.
Oh, she looks so
cute.
This one
Oh.
looks like that too sometimes.
Oh, I know.
The belly button though.
Oh,
Oh, dude, this is the chapter, the middle chapter where she finds
She
him.
finds him.
Oh no, it's so sad though.
Oh my gosh, so wild.
It's so wild. Is she marking him?
She's marking him. Oh
Hey.
yeah, see?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Read that correctly, huh?
Oh, so
Papaka's
cute.
so cute. She definitely has like some like super cute moments like throughout the whole series. She's adorable. Also very fierce.
Totally. Oh, she looks like just a little ball. Oh.
Yeah, she's gonna collect all these things for him.
Oh wow. Oh, he's already out and everything.
She can speak now.
Yeah.
Good. We're getting close. Finally. Haku.
Ah. He named her? Oh. Oh, I like that. He's the one who gave her the name.
Too bad he's dead.
Stop ruining the moment. Oh. Oh.
Oh man.
Oh.
This is it. This is from her perspective. This is also another half chapter.
Oh my gosh, look at that face.
Oh, Menya. Oh.
Oh. Menya heard Faputa.
母と同じものを感じそうすが、こいつの魂はどこから来た？
you mean by that?
Yeah, I know.
Like her soul isn't her own soul.
Hmm?
Uh-oh, jelly.
Uh-oh.
Paputia smells the best.
ソフトだっけ傷をこぼし混ぜて獣よけする
Mm. Right.
なんソス
なぜレグたちと直接話さない
Shy des.
君
Mm.
が案内すればその
目が多いのすっかんソス
そんなことでいけるのか心配だ
Hmm.
Hmm.
So adorable.
Oh. Oh, he had a tail? I didn't notice that. Oh. Oh, dang.
Hey,
I forgot about this.
that's right. Oh my
Oh.
god, what? Is she gonna take a Terminated
She
dragon
looks
down?
like she's trying to.
Let's go, Paputa.
There's two, though.
I know, right? Oh no. Oh no. Stay alive, Ma.
Oh,
Stay
I
alive.
know. And Rico.
Maji?
Whoa!
Damn, look at this form.
What? Oh, it's kinda cute.
Everyone's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Glad they got out of that area. It's pretty
Yeah.
dangerous back there.
Yeah, way too dangerous.
ファプトを止めることが割とマジに語るさな。途方もない冒険を
Ma,
目指した
Ma
のに
and
さ
Mania.
て
Mm-hmm.
めえらは延々と何してんのか
Oh,
This is where they landed. Okay.
yeah.
Where's Becco?
みんな揃っ
前まで私が持ってたの
マジでそれは驚きだね。
Oh, the compass.
おう
と冒険に出て来てよかった
Man, this is the first time they mentioned it since like the
僕に
very
the
beginning,
beginning?
season
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
ベラフの意志をもらったんだね。いい匂いに磨きがかかってる。我々はね。だから
Oh no.
僕がしたいこと
Oh
が今や
no.
一つ。いいね。
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Wow.
ああベラフ
Yeah.
こいつは結局こ
Hmm.
の声
Is that a good scream or a
Is
bad
that
scream?
good? I don't know.
マジカジャさん
悪いな。わちらは行かなきゃなんね。
Oh no.
行っても大丈夫なの
Oh no.
お姫様がよ。
すまないな、宿の主人。
Is this it?
メポポフンさんだよ
メポポポン。荷物まで世話になって、何を言っているのかわからないが。
みんな。
追いかけよう足遅いから多分追いつける
Oh,
Becca's lover.
yeah.
Oh god. Always with the butt,
What?
man.
I know.
Freaking Ma is so thick.
わちと間近だからだよ。
I know. Stop
So
it.
distracting.
I know. I need to pay attention.
お母さんの風
Oh,
Oh.
あの人が
Finally get to
Oh,
see
yeah, you
it.
get to see it. Oh, that one.
ガウメにお姫様コンボス。
ハーリー。
Hardy.
これも積み重ねなる。
Mhm.
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh. Ma's the best. Oh, I'm so scared for Ma.
Oy, me too.
くれてありがとう
I mean, Ma's gonna die eventually.
Yeah.
Without the village, Ma's gonna die.
何一つ
Yeah.
全部忘れない
Unless she uses something on them.
I wouldn't get my hopes up.
Yeah, I know. I know.
None of them can live outside of this village. Oh my god. The curse is in here, isn't it?
して向かっ
Should be climbing those stairs.
そんなものが
She- Nothing's happening to her.
She's built different, man. She's immortal.
Yeah, probably actually.
自分のなんだというのだ。
Hmm?
あの
Ooh.
子はきっと決断してきたのだ。
Oh no.
Oh,
Prushka.
Prushka.
Oh, Ma.
Ma.
Oh, Ma.
あった。あったな。自分で決めたこ
The
と。
music's so nice here.
Hmm?
Oh. Oh, this is how she joined.
Oh,
She's so young here.
I know. She really is. Well, she needed to get away, but
Yeah, no.
oh look.
And she
Aw.
is always close to her.
Oh.
Good times, huh?
Yeah. I didn't know there were good times.
Yeah. It quickly turned to bad times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a bad time.
Yeah. Diarrhea times.
Mm.
What's happening?
Water?
Is there water? Ooh.
Oh no, that is not.
She's turning.
Oh.
See, you can't be climbing those stairs around here, bro.
Oh yeah, it's open. Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh my god!
The-
Her teeth are falling out. Oh my
oh
god!
my gosh!
Jesus!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh my god!
She might. Oh my gosh! Oh no!
慣れ果てたってことは自分そのままだったんだ
Oh my
What?
god!
She was human the whole time.
ごめん
Oh my god!
ごめんね
Where was she even going?
I don't
Is she,
know.
like to the core of Irumyui or something?
I have no idea because they were at the bottom. Oh no!
Oh, who's calling her?
Rico? It must be. Oh no!
Mm.
Oh!
Oh, dude, she's disappearing too.
Oh,
Look.
she is disappearing. Oh. She's saving her, I guess. Oh,
my
man.
gosh!
Oh my gosh. Oh
Oh
no.
no!
At least they got to see each other.
Oh no!
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
that's what's gonna happen to friggin' Ma too.
Yeah.
ブエロエル君
Oh. That's it.
その呪い人間性の喪失
Yep.
ブエ
Oh
ロエ
my
ル君
gosh!
わずかに意識が残ってるのか
Really know how to flip the switch on you.
I
It
know.
was so nice, and then, ugh, you can't have nice times for
I
too long.
didn't. Yeah, I know, right?
急い
I
だ
didn't think she was
うち
human.
はオイラが教える
Yeah, I thought she was different. I mean, she was immortal. She lived for like hundreds of years, right?
連れてってや
The
る
village. I mean, Iruyumi must have. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
maybe-
no!
Oh,
Geronimo's
I didn't even know who
dead.
that was.
Yeah.
He got wrecked.
He's dead.
Dude, that's all we got to see of the freaking
I know.
sword.
I wanted to. I know. I was all pumped about that ancient power. This thing's raging now.
Dude, this is the first time we get to. Well,
命に近い向かってくるソスか
Oh.
不滅でもないのに
yeah, thing is aggressive.
生まれながら
Dang.
Sick.
Oh, are they gonna
Ooh.
work together?
Oh, look at her
it's so
face.
cute.
She's so happy.
I know. Oh wait. Ooh.
Uh,
Her face changes so fast.
she's like, wait.
覚悟を思い知ったあのでかいのが2匹か年が
So horse-like.
Mm-hmm.
Even making like horse noises.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh, he's using his
As a
hand.
communication thing, long
Yeah.
distance communication. That's sick.
Oh.
私たちだって
Ooh. Ooh. Some action. Let's go.
Oh, I love that animation.
Oi.
Right? What?
Why is she?
She gets nosebleeds every time she
I
uses
don't
it?
know.
Oh my god.
That doesn't seem good.
ありがとうリコ
That's why she was so tired last
Yeah.
time as well.
Yeah.
全力だ
Ooh. Let's go, Reg.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh, boys.
Whoa,
We're gonna-
yeah.
Are you ready for some action?
Yeah. Oh. Damn. Wow.
Oh no.
どうした
Gosh. Freaking eyeball, man. She's-
カプター僕集まった愚か者どもカプターは母を蝕んできた使う術を知ったソス
Oh.
Ooh.
カプターは今の母を
Oh.
知る母に町のすべてをカプターは
Dude, is she gonna go full gold if she eats them
I
all?
think she will.
侵入者とも
Yeah.
Oh.
She's gonna go full Super Saiyan up in here.
Yeah.
Damn Reg, though.
渡ってきたのかファスキャンめくそ
Oh man.
強している。
What? It's like a saw?
Yeah.
いける。
Oh, that's sick.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
That's so smart.
I thought he was gonna like tie up their legs like AT-AT style, like Star Wars.
Oh, that's everybody now.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh my god, you can still hear Irumyuu's like original scream right
Yeah.
there. That's what that sound was.
Yeah,
Remember?
it's
And, like,
still, yeah.
oh no.
首をやっちまわないようリコを押さえといてくれ。
Good job,
Aw.
Ma.
Yeah, good job, Ma.
自分は
She heard Irumi's
あ
voice?
なたが本当に欲しかったの。
Oh.
すべてが東京に消えた。
Homesickness.
もはや敵。あなたの望みはあの子が継いだ。
Whoa. It's
Damn,
the
it went through the
entire
entire
village.
中に残ったものが今
Whoa.
なくなろうとしている。
Oh, Bella. Oh.
Oh.
私を人のままにしてくれて。
Ooh. Oh my god.
That
The
thing.
Ogasumi.
Yeah.
やりおせた。
Oh
Oh.
my gosh.
Oh no.
Did it take it out of her? She's just
It
like
looks. Yeah.
super weakened.
力が名もない果てのもの。お前たちに役目を与える。まあというのがあった。
Aw.
あ
あの時
Oh.
終わったそうす。
What's
Yeah, I knew it. I had a feeling he was
Aw.
gonna come out of nowhere and like
good
grab
boy,
her.
Reg? Oh, it's collapsing.
Oh, they're done. Ma and
まあさん、
Hachikaja are gonna die.
Yeah.
まあさん。
Oh,
Oh,
what?
what?
How?
You made Ma a little thing? Oh,
Aw.
that's so cute.
That's so nice. Oh my gosh. Do we have tissues? I feel like we're gonna cry.
ならない。
Oh,
Oh,
they're gonna die.
no. They're gonna die.
Oh,
No.
no, Majikaja. Oh, this is making me sad.
Oh, that's
Oh, this.
his true
His
form.
true
His
form.
smell.
Oh. He's giving himself to Papcha. Whoa. Okay, I didn't see that happening.
最後
Whoa.
だけ。だから。
Whoa. Pacha's
What? He's
controlling
controlling
Papata.
Papata. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
Dude, the village just
That's it.
came down.
Yeah.
Oh, Ma.
まあさん。ありがとう。
Oh no.
No.
So sad.
まあさん。
No.
Oh, I'm so sad.
That is so sad. Ah.
Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. I'm still sad. Oh, they're still alive?
I know, for real. He's gonna
Oh my
kill the
gosh, he's
other
gonna
one.
kill the other
Yeah,
one.
This is my territory.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's it. Late. Jeez. It just leaves.
Yeah. I don't even know if those are carnivores. They seem like they're just herbivores, but they just
They
are
rage.
really strong.
Yeah.
嬉しい。妙な夢を見たそうす。
That's it for Kaja too, huh?
Yeah. Can she still speak?
Maybe slightly. I don't know. She seems like she lost most of her humanity at this point.
Yeah.
Oh no.
大丈夫か。 みんな消えち
Rico's
まった
so
けど
strong.
Yeah.
永遠アビスへ帰っていったんだ
That too, man.
I know, everything is so
帰って
sad.
きたんだ大丈夫
うん
みんなが助けてくれたこと
Indomitable will.
I know, she's so strong.
Willpower, man.
おいらもだ
She's crazy. She has like crazy willpower to move on and not be held down.
パプタの知らぬ母のこと
Oh.
Aww.
イルミューイ
Oh.
パプタは
She can understand her.
はすごく
Whoa.
人見知りで、
うん
すべすべ
Aww.
Hmm.
そして何をして
I'm glad she can communicate.
だと
Yeah, I think it's great she could tell her about Iruyumi.
Mm-hmm.
二度と帰ってこ
Oh, sad too.
Mm-hmm.
お前がいたのだな最後の
あ
たとえパプタであってもお前だけは
うん
お前だけは渡したくなかったのだ
だからあなたが見えた
そうそう
イルムあなたが変えてくれた
Oh. Oh. No. はい
こいつは母のもの
Ah.
パプタのものではないそうさどうしてど
Oh.
うしてこんな気分になれそうさ
No.
Mm.
Oh man. Believe it, man.
Gosh.
Everyone's gone.
Everyone's
まあだ
My gosh.
墓を作ってやっているのか
ガブールンが奴らは
Maybe she's gonna make one of those sculptures
にまそ
she made.
Yeah, I think
Makes for
so.
everybody. Hey,
Hey, yeah,
she
you
really
called it.
did. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Because they showed that all throughout the series, or of
Yeah.
her making those. So
Yeah.
it makes sense.
ないそさ
Oh.
魂が巡るまガブが言ってたそさ
Gabu's dead, gone too.
Oh.
Oh.
Gosh.
Oh.
僕たちと一緒に
Oh.
だろうか
Go with them.
Say yes, please.
思い出せないレゴとソソじゃあパプタは関係ないじゃないそ
Uh-oh.
違うかつての僕は君のそんな姿を見ているのか
Hadi.
君の恐ろしさも悲しさも美しさも
Oh.
僕は見た行こう僕は君と一緒に冒険に行きたい
Yeah. Come
Come
on.
on, go.
愚か者の集まりそすかそれがお前の役目なのだと石の者が言っている
Oh.
Damn, she can talk to
She
freaking
can hear.
Prushka.
Yeah, she can actually hear Pushka.
喧嘩はダメだよそすか
What?
Oh,
That's
wow.
so cool.
レグがパプタはもう行くそす
Oh, what?
What?
こ
Uh,
れで
I knew it.
集めるそす
She's
no.
too strong, dude.
Yeah.
考えておくそす
Oh.
Think about it. All right.
Okay.
Good enough.
考えておいてくれ
She might actually.
ふわふわだと見境ねえのかな私もそうは思っています
だからあんなにも眩しいのだ
ファッツィ
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Wow. Wow.
Oh.
Oh,
I can't believe
man.
it's over.
I can't believe it's over, guys. That was
Oh.
the finale. It was a good one, though.
It was so good.
47 minutes of pure sadness. Not
No, not
It was
pure
joy. It was like a combination of
It was like
sadness, joys, highs and lows.
it was all the spectrum of all the emotions, I think.
a lot of pain, though.
A lot of pain, a lot of closure, though, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Man, what a season.
Yeah.
What a what a finale. What everything. Like the whole season was amazing. And that was the last episode. And I'm sad to see it go.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long it's going to be until we get a third season of Made in Abyss. I hope it's not as long as it took to get our season 2.
I know, I hope not. But I mean, if it takes that long because it's going to turn out that good, then maybe it's worth the wait.
Yeah, no. I mean, season 2 was amazing, honestly. Overall, it was dope.
From start to finish, like, amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll give our overall thoughts about the entire season, I think, at the end of this episode breakdown. And we'll kind of express how we felt about the entire season at the end.
Yeah.
But right now, we're going to get into breaking down this episode as we usually do.
Yep.
Scene by scene ish.
Ish, yeah. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
There's a lot here.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is going to be a long one, guys.
Yeah.
So strap in. Maybe get some popcorn. I don't know. All right, guys. So yeah, the first scene here that we get, the opening is kind of Faputa attacking along with Juraimo.
Right.
And yeah, we get to see a little more of this kind of weird eye thing going on.
Yeah, that they just kept showing still, and it's still a mystery even
Does
after.
anybody know what is going on with her eyes?
I don't know. At first I was like
value,
I thought there was going to be
the balancing kind of situation
actually,
happening.
Yeah, I thought it was the balancing.
I think it is the balancing.
I think it's the balancing, like her.
It's her activating like the white balancing that she has.
Yeah. But initially I thought there was going to be like some other like things happening, but yeah, I feel like it's just to maybe even signify she's using the balancing. Yeah.
Because she didn't have that ability before.
Yeah.
And it never just zooms in on her eyeball and shows this like symbol, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This mystery symbol. But yeah, I don't know what is up with that eye. I don't know for sure, but my theory is she's using the balance, right? Is that what you pretty much?
I mean, after seeing this episode and like trying to figure out what it was from the first time we saw it, I think it is the balancing, like just to
she's, like boosting herself.
So like she has like that extra bars, like time to use the balancing, and
she has a balancing bar now.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. And then, we get a bit of backstory here.
Oh, I know. This was so sweet.
Faputa finding and repairing Gaburun.
Yeah.
And we get to see Faputa before she even can speak.
Yeah. She was like purely feral. Like she would only like hiss at him. Yeah, that was really cute actually.
Yeah, I really like this part. It's so kind of like hilarious and adorable and wild. She's just feral. She's like hissing at him.
Yeah, she even like rubs her butt all over him.
Oh yeah, she like marks him. I love that part. It's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, she finds Gaburun. She kind of fixes him up and then gathers all this value for him.
So like I guess time passes by and like by spending time together, she starts to learn language and Gabu even says like she learns language really quickly. And I don't know, I feel like that's really quick. You go from like knowing no language to like understanding pictures and language. And I don't know. I think that's like incredibly fast.
Yeah, I mean, she learns incredibly fast because she's just different, right? She's like a special being.
Special,
right?
Truly.
But yeah, she ends up fixing him up, and then it kind of gives the origins of both of their names.
Yeah.
Faputa's meaning Fa, which means noble, Fa'u, which means noble maiden, and then Aputa, which means immortal one.
Yeah.
So she's the immortal maiden.
Yeah, which makes sense. And it was kind of really cute when he names her, because I always thought as Gabu kind of being more like robotic and really not that emotional, but Gabu actually is very emotional and he feels like he's alive and real and not just a robot that's gathering and, getting information. So that I really felt like this really kind of grounds everything of like how close their relationship is.
Yeah, totally. And then even in the next scene,
I mean, like she names him too, and I think that's really important that they have that bond, and I feel like you really understand that it's kind of like almost like a parent and a child bond.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely saw that, or like guardian or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and then we really did get to see that during his last moments in the last episode as well.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
When he says like those moments that we spent together, that was my like Haku and stuff. And it's like,
I know. Gabu. And then they show his like smashed head, and I was like, that's so sad.
But then it kind of jumps to this next scene where it gives even more. Oh, before I jump to the next scene, I just want to mention that these scenes are extra chapters that happened in between the chapters in the manga. So
Oh, that's right, yeah.
they're like these half chapters that happen and kind of gave more backstory. I didn't think that these were going to be included because they were kind of just skipping over them where they were in the manga. And yeah, I'm so glad they actually animated these scenes because I felt like they were really important. I mean, we get the naming of Faputa, Gaburu,
Right.
and then the next scene we kind of get, in this scene also it kind of explains Haku as
Yeah.
well. What he teaches her what
Yeah.
Haku is.
Yeah, and that every little like mark meant something.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because like they just tell us it means Haku, so I thought the whole symbol itself was Haku, but there's other meanings to all the little strike marks.
Exactly. So yeah, this is super important, and
Yeah.
like for them to kind of like brush over it and skip it, like in the anime, would have been a total disappointment, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they included it.
No,
so.
yeah, especially because like when you go back to the picture when Fapuchi drew on Nanachi, and we thought she was striking Nanachi out, but actually she was marking Nanachi as one of the marks in that picture. So yeah.
She was valuing her. She was
Yeah.
like giving value to each of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then it kind of gives another extra scene, another extra chapter in the manga where we get to see the taking of Prushka.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
We finally see like how she snuck in and stole her.
Yeah, because that was a huge mystery. Like, what happened to Prushka
Yeah.
in what was that, the second episode, I believe?
I feel like it was. Yeah, I feel like it
And
was.
we had no idea what happened to her. And then
Yeah.
Faputa was an entire mystery at that
Yeah.
point. We didn't even know
No,
what
she
she was.
existed.
She was
Yeah.
just some kind of like blurry
Entity?
thing,
Yeah.
entity in the background.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
And yeah, we get to see her take Prushka in
Mm-hmm.
order to give her to Gaburu to refine her, kind of make her into her true form.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice that you do see this because, like, you know, initially, like I even said just right now, like she stole her, but she wasn't really stealing her. She was actually,
yeah, it's
she
not
was
taking her. That's why I say taking
No,
instead of
no,
stealing.
I know, but I wanted to like be like I thought she was stolen, but she wasn't. She was actually helping her so her voice can be heard. So, but without that back knowledge of like what Faputa was doing to us and to all the viewers, I was like, she just stole her.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like to them, they're like, oh, and then she just left that little
No,
drawing
yeah,
note.
it's like so mysterious. Like,
So mysterious.
Yeah.
Like, you could just be like, hey guys, there's a village over there.
too wordy.
Yeah, too wordy. I gotta take her in secret and leave this really enigmatic note
Yeah.
with like with these symbols on the
Yeah.
on this drawing of you guys.
Yeah,
that
that looks like it's written in blood.
Faputa paste
Oh,
actually.
Faputa paste, right?
Faputa paste, which is actually explained in the manga.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of her urine, right, and something else. What was it? It's like
and
a stone mineral
stone
that's
minerals?
found in the sixth layer
Right.
from the structures.
yeah.
Yeah, but interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, she kind of sneaks in here, and then I love that she kind of Menya's the only one that notices her
Yeah,
coming
Menya
in.
wakes up. Yeah.
Menya's like,
Yeah.
and then she like almost
She
gives
pets.
pets
Yeah.
Menya in a way.
Yeah, she pets Menya, and then Menya's not scared, so it's kind of like, okay, you're not here to hurt us. Like,
Yeah, Menya could have like alarmed it.
yeah,
like,
for sure.
'cause Menya was awake.
Yeah.
Menya got some like senses though, you know, like
yeah.
like Nanachi, Riko, Reg,
Yeah.
all of them are up in there, and none of them
Nothing.
woke up, and Menya woke up.
Yeah.
Menya though, the secret strongest character. Kidding.
Maybe.
Maybe. So it kind of moves on to this next part where Fabuta's inspecting Riko,
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
and she says this really kind of a mysterious thing
Yeah.
about
Yeah, she does.
Riko when she's like inspecting her, and she says, "This one's soul, where did it come from?"
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh,
Yeah.
like because Faputa has this like weird
Sensing
ability
Yeah.
to like sense people's souls or really hear what their soul is saying,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like I think she does the same thing later in the episode with Prushka. Like
Yeah.
she can hear
With Prushka, with
soul,
Veko.
with Veko.
Yeah.
She has this ability to hear someone's soul,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And she says this thing like, where did it come from? Like Riko's soul isn't her own,
Yeah.
right? Or something like
So
that.
mysterious. No, I mean, like, I feel like that's totally it because we know that Riko was kind of revived or, you know, reanimated through
the curse warding vessel.
Yeah, that's it, right? And so like it's like, okay, so who is she, or how has she changed because of?
Right.
But it's a
Yeah,
mystery that we still don't know,
that
and
we
we
still
won't know
don't know
till
about,
later,
and
probably,
it's
or
like
even the next season or whenever.
Whenever.
Yeah, we
when
might-
is that ever?
I don't know.
Maybe it'll never be revealed.
know.
Like, what is up with
What do you
Rico?
guys think?
What?
Yeah.
I wonder. We should throw this out to you
Yeah.
guys. What do you guys think? What do you think she meant by this?
Yeah.
This whole where did it come from? What's up with Rico's soul?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's basically because Rico's basically a dead person that's been revived through an artifact
Right.
of the abyss.
Right.
So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what Rico is? She's weird. But she then ends up making this weird note where she puts like a symbol of Haku onto Rico's
right.
drawing and on Faputa's drawing as well. And she uses her Faputa paste once again.
Yeah.
And she takes Prushka. She
Yeah.
takes her off. And then she's like, oh, stone people have their purpose, like regular
Yeah.
people have their purpose.
Yeah.
And she wants her to kind of become her true self so she can speak more clearly.
Yeah, and I feel like this is something like that was kind of repeated throughout this whole final episode. Like everyone has a duty, like whether you're a human, whether you're the stone, whether I mean, Paputa always talks about her duty of like, you know, freeing her mom. I feel like this was kind of a repeating theme that was very, you know, honed in to us to let us
Yeah,
know
definitely.
like everyone has a duty, and Paputa wants to help everyone complete their duty
Complete their duties for sure, or their like purpose
or their
in
purpose
life.
in life. Yeah, exactly.
And then later on she talks about Rico's purpose in life or her duty
Yeah.
at the very end,
Yeah.
which we'll talk about there.
yeah.
But yeah, she like knows about stone people. Also,
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to throw this out to you, Nicole. Like, why did she know what a white whistle is? Has she seen other white whistles? And why is she so familiar with what Prushka is?
Yeah, I don't know. She just kind of just
She just
she
knows about
understands. Yeah, she
them?
just kind of. It seems like she just knows about like stone people or the whistle. So she must have encountered them before, but they don't really say anything about it. So I don't really have anything to say about it
Yeah.
other than like I
Isn't
guess
that
she's
weird?
encountered. Yeah,
Like, has she encountered other white whistles or stone people, as she likes to call them? Because it seems like this is not her first time seeing one.
yeah,
And she knows that they can be refined or become more
Well-
true.
well,
right?
she to some extent she did.
That's why she's stealing her,
yeah,
right?
she-
She's
or-
she wants her to become her true form.
or it's the fact that she can understand people's feelings, like what we talked about, and maybe that was the essence of it. Like she can hear that Prushka has a duty and she couldn't actually fulfill it the way her current state was, and so inherently Paputa was like, okay, I need to help you to evolve so you can fulfill your duty. So it could be that, like,
Could be.
maybe she's just like, I can hear you, and you're a person in a
Yeah,
stone.
she can like hear her in
Yeah.
there, but she's like muffled maybe,
Yeah.
and she's like, I need to help her.
Yeah, so
But like
it could be
the
that.
fact that she has a name for them, which she calls them stone people, like she's
mean-
seen other ones, right?
Yeah, or
Why did she have a name? Like
or-
you wouldn't just, I don't know. Like
Unless-
if you have a name for something, you've obviously seen it before, right?
Or-
you don't just make it up on the spot.
Yeah, you don't make it up spot. Or that was the only way she could describe her, maybe. Because she could
Alright.
hear her voice, and it's like, okay, you're a person, but I'm looking at a rock. But yeah, I don't know. It's a mystery.
Yeah, but she hands Prushka off to Gaburun
Mm-hmm.
here, and yeah, we get to see a nice little scene with Gaburun and
Mm-hmm.
Prushka, and then Gaburun actually suggests that he brings Prushka to the
The
village,
village
to beautify her. Right?
Yeah,
And
to
he's-
beautify her.
There's a guy there who will beautify her, and he's quite skilled.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then he also then asks Prushka, why don't you just talk to them directly?
Right.
Which is obviously like, yeah, why don't you just talk to them directly? Like,
Yeah.
But I guess in her response, she goes, she says, do not like lots of eyes. Which is kind of that same thing that we see when she's at the village and everyone's like looking at her.
Yeah, she starts
and then
freaking
she's
out
like,
a little. Yeah. Don't look at me.
yeah, she's basically really shy.
Yeah.
And,
That's a quality we know of someone too.
yeah, I guess we'll talk about that later. And then he says he doesn't know how you will, how you'll be able to manage if you're gonna act like that, you know, like he's scared for her.
Yeah, just like a parent would be, you know,
yeah,
like
he's like so concerned for her at this moment, and I really love this moment between them two, and it kind of develops. It shows their relationship, and how he kind of is worrying about her, and it's shot from the back, and then she has like this blush red face at this moment, and she goes, "Shut up!"
Yeah,
and then
she
she
like
hits him,
yeah,
and he goes, "Oh."
Yeah, it was so cute. Like
Yeah,
it
it was so
definitely,
adorable.
I definitely think of like when parents are like bringing their kid to like kindergarten probably for the first time, and it's like, you go now, and then they're like, no, but it's like, but you gotta, but I am worried about you, you know, like it's definitely that like you want to push them forward, but you also are like scared for them too. So it was really sweet. That was a really nice moment.
So that's the end of like the flashbacks. It then moves on to the next scene where it shows pretty much everyone riding on Majikaja on their way to Wazukyan.
Yep.
And they're kind of just, we get to see that everyone's kind of safe at this moment. We get to see Riko's all right, Nanachi's there, Reg is there as well. But they all are kind of expressing their disappointment in themselves. Like, oh, I put you guys in danger. I didn't succeed in what I was supposed to do or whatever.
Yeah,
and
Reg was like,
feeling,
I didn't stop Faputa. Yeah.
And then they all kind of feel bad for everything that's happening, but then Mugi kind of reassures them like they don't blame them for what's happening, and they kind of knew all of this was going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like reassuring them that, you know, we expected this was going to happen eventually, and yeah, I mean, this is kind of what needed to be happening, or what was going to happen eventually. So, but yeah, they kind of continue on their way. We get to see Majikaja in this new form.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Majikaja's like a bunny bus, sort of.
Yeah, kind of like almost like a cat bus kind of situation happening.
Yeah,
like,
I love that his head is just like this pink bunny.
Yeah, oh gosh. I'm gonna miss all these damn characters, but yeah, especially Kaja too. Like he's such a, like, I don't know. I really like Kaja because he's so willing to help them for some reason, and he just like when we first get introduced to Kaja as well, he's so willing to help them, to introduce them to the village, show them all around, and even till now he's still helping them out. Like I don't know, he's just a great guy. I'm really gonna miss Kaja actually. But yeah, they're on their way to go to Wazukyan here, and they see Wazukyan just like kind of laying here in his weird like cocoon-like state.
Yeah.
With his true face showing, because this whole time he's kind of had this like mask.
Yeah.
Above his face.
Right.
Which is kind of resembling also a mask as well.
Yeah.
But it looks more like his original face.
Yeah, no, it does. I feel like it even has like the markings that he originally had too.
It really does, yeah. And then he just like his face is there, and he looks like when he grabbed Veko, right?
Yeah.
And then she's not there mysteriously, and she's kind of off doing whatever she's doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have this really interesting conversation between pretty much Wazukyan just about to die. Basically, he's about to turn to powder.
Yep.
And he asks Riko if she's still happy she came to the village. And Riko responds in a very Riko-like kind of way.
Yeah.
And says, of course I'm happy that I came here.
I know, it like shocks everyone. Everyone's like, whoa. In the midst of all of this like craziness, she's still like so gung-ho about the adventure and meeting everyone and learning everything and experiencing everything.
Yep. So Riko, so full of energy, so happy, still happy to be adventuring and be on this journey together with everybody. So yeah, I'm not surprised that she answered in this way.
Yeah, really, me too.
But yeah, and I love that she answered in this way, because that's
who she is. Yeah, like she's so true to herself, and I feel like that's why everyone like loves Riko. Like it's just she is who she is, and she's gonna keep on adventuring.
I think I got a real appreciation for Riko in this season, actually.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'll talk about that probably more at the overall discussion of the season. But yeah, so the next thing I want to talk about is that they mentioned the compass again here.
Right.
She goes, well, did you know that I used to have that compass?
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere, honestly. She kind of just brings it up out of nowhere.
Yeah, we talked.
Wazukyan.
Yeah, like after we watched it the second time, we were just like, when did they ever talk about the compass? Like together or
like to each other.
Like to each other.
They never acknowledged the compass.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is that Veko mentioned that she had the compass when she was telling the backstory of the ganja to everybody.
Yeah.
And that Wazukyan saw it.
Yeah.
And then that's
That was it,
And,
yeah.
and then she just decides to randomly talk about the compass
Yeah.
while he's dying.
Yeah.
Like I thought this was a little odd. I think just out of left field to bring up the compass. Like,
Yeah.
why would you just bring this up right now?
Yeah.
And then she says, "I'm sure the next person who finds it will head out on an adventure too." And like the fact that it feels a bit out of place, feels like they're really trying to foreshadow something. They're trying to hint at something, like someone's gonna find
it.
this compass next.
Yeah.
And if we think about where she lost that compass, it was back in the first layer after
Yeah.
in season 1,
dropped
like
it in, like,
episode
the river?
2 or 3 or something.
Yeah.
She like dropped it off a waterfall, I think.
Yeah.
I think they fall down a waterfall and then she drops it
Yeah.
and then it just falls down and she could never get it.
Yep.
So it's basically in the first layer. Do you think we're gonna see this compass come back into the story once again? Is someone possibly from the first layer gonna find this compass? Are we gonna get a new set of characters, someone finding this compass, or maybe some reoccurring characters, like characters that we already knew in the past,
Oh.
like
maybe.
Nat and that whole crew?
Oh. Yeah.
I'm thinking, if I was to guess, is that her old crew, like Nat and them,
Yeah.
all the guys that are at the surface,
Yeah.
leader, maybe they're gonna find this compass and maybe they're gonna go on their own adventure to find Rico.
Or just maybe go down to the pit. I mean, it might not even find Rico. It just might be go down because I mean they haven't heard from them. They don't know what happened to them. Like for all they
And how
know.
long has it been?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna lead to. Like,
Yeah.
what are they gonna look like? How old are they
They're
gonna
gonna be old, bro. No, maybe not super
Not old,
but
but they're gonna be older.
they're gonna be much older. Maybe a full-on
Adults?
adults.
Who knows? Like,
Ooh,
can you
I'd love
imagine?
to see
Can
that.
you imagine if they are even like even if they're like teenagers? and
Even if
Rico's,
they're
yeah,
teenagers, like Rico's
still,
like what? I
like-
don't even know how old
I
Rico
don't know,
is
but she's
at this
definitely
point.
not a teenager.
She's not a teenager. She's
Yeah.
like sub 12.
Yeah,
12 at most.
Yeah.
Like maybe 13.
maybe, yeah,
Maybe.
but like
What do
very
you guys
young.
think? How old is she? Who
Yeah,
knows?
but still very young.
I mean, so much has happened too. Like she had her whole broken hand thing, and then
I know.
that had to heal up.
Yeah.
So I mean, that having a broken ass hand like that's
Yeah.
gonna take a long time to heal. I don't know. There's not a clear like identifier of how long they've been on this journey,
yeah,
but it's been a while.
yeah,
and
it has to be.
along with how long they've been in the 6th layer and with the whole time difference
Right.
thing going on, it could very well be a very long time, and they could be adults up there
Yeah.
for all we know. Who knows?
Yeah,
But yeah. And then we have this whole conversation, this really deep conversation
Deep,
about
yeah.
like from Wazukan about what their whole goal was. What I think Nanichi asked him, what was your end game?
yeah.
You know?
So straightforward.
And then he straight up says it was to become beyond human, right? And then he describes it as becoming a resident of the netherworld, becoming a hollow, being blessed, gaining power, and possessing a body to triumph over the curse. And it's this accumulation of all of these things. It's not any single one of these facts.
Right.
It's that accumulation of
Right.
all of these things is what it means to become beyond human.
Yeah. And I just like I thought this was so deep and I like thought about it even more just because I was like, what is he really saying by accumulation? And I was just kind of thinking it's kind of this idea that people or everyone is always goal oriented. You always want to reach this destination, you want to become this, you want to do this, but what makes it all come together is that journey. So like it's kind of like that
It's
old
not
saying,
about the
it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. No, but
Yeah,
I mean
totally.
it really
No,
is.
it really is.
Because,
That's
like,
what he's trying to get at.
yeah,
I
because
think. Yeah, you're
because
right.
it's true though. Because if you don't look back of like how you got there, it almost means nothing. And it kind of makes me even think about like people who climb like Mount Everest. Like their goal is to reach the top, but when they make it back down, and when
What do
ma-
they talk about?
What do they talk about? How they got there?
Yeah,
and
the,
I feel
the
like that's
friends
what it
they
means.
made along the way, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, pretty much
Nakamas.
Nakamas, bro. It's all about the journey. It's all about how you
Yeah.
got there. It's all about that accumulation
Yeah.
of events,
Yeah.
of these like things that happen to you, your desire
Yeah.
to go down there and tackle that abyss with your
Yeah.
homies.
Yeah,
or whatever,
exactly.
with the
And-
ganja gang,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean like everyone, like, and I feel like this even hits like even more home with Rico because Rico the entire time is like, I want to go down to the abyss, I want to see everything, and I want to do this, and then I feel like here she's kind of like, all the people she's met, she won't forget them. Like all the things that they've been through, like all the experiences, all the things that she learned. Like this was the real, like this was the gold that you're getting as you're trying to
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And then after all that, I think there's one really like haunting quote that I'd like to bring up that Wazikyan says. It says, "Something more frightening than unfulfilled dreams awaits beyond the gold." And then he then finishes with his last words basically, and at the very least, realize your dreams and despair. So like, what does he mean by this? So there's something real. Is this foreshadowing? Is he trying to warn these guys about what lies beyond the gold? The gold, I think in this quote is the 6th layer. It's the Golden City. There's something really frightening that is past the 6th layer that is worse and more frightening than unfulfilled dreams. Like to I think most people, having an unfulfilled dream is one of the most scariest things in life, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have a dream and it becomes unfulfilled. Like what's more terrible than that, really?
Yeah.
But in maybe in the 7th layer, there's something that's more frightening beyond that. And he says, go down there. At the very least, realize your dream of exploring and adventuring, but you're gonna have a deep despair there. And it's like kind of this warning, this kind of foreshadowing. And then at the end of it, Nanashi says, how far ahead could he see?
Yeah.
So he's kind of, again, with this whole mysterious, like his ability to see beyond and see into the future.
Right.
Maybe he can see what's gonna happen to them, and like what lies in wait for them. And it's like, how far could Wazikyan see? Like he's so mysterious. I love his last words here.
Yeah.
But then I also like Riko's reply to him here, and she goes, she says like, I don't think it's gonna turn out the way you think.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you think, Nicole? What do you think about that quote, and about like there's apparently something more frightening than unfulfilled dreams beyond the gold?
What I mean, like for me, like what would be more frightening is maybe the most frightening thing to me is, besides unfulfilled dreams, is maybe you finally realize your dream, and what if you don't have any more dreams after that? That is the despair. Like you have nothing else. You finish and then there's nothing for you. That's what I think is the despair. You finally have
you achieve your dream,
you achieve
and you have
everything,
nothing.
and then it's nothing after.
I don't know.
Or there's some crazy stuff down there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting. I mean, honestly, all we can do is theorize about what he means here, but it's a huge mystery, and that's what kind of is that driving force that makes us want to watch this show even more.
Yeah, always.
What lies beyond the gold? What lies beyond this layer?
Yep.
And what's gonna be in that 7th layer, guys? Who knows? Dang, so excited to see what lies beyond the gold.
I know.
Apparently, it's pretty damn frightening. I don't know. So in this next scene, we actually have Papata kind of calling everybody, right? She does this little, and then everybody notices, and and then it kind of jumps to Reg thanking Mapapapone for carrying their luggage. I guess she apparently packed the luggage for them and has been carrying it this whole time.
Yeah, it was a big backpack.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
And then he thanks her, and then she replies to him, and she says,
Angeli, por favor, hariku lamptine.
Yeah.
And one interesting thing about this part is that it's actually not in the manga. It's not translated at all. We don't actually have any of this dialogue for Mapapapone here. So yeah, it's kind of weird that it's not in the manga, but it's kind of like anime original at this point. And what she says here is kind of weird and kind of interesting.
Yeah.
She says, I needed refund what was left of the room charge, right? Like, because basically they paid for a certain amount to stay in that room, but shit went down, as we all know. And they didn't even stay in that room they stayed in that room maybe one night.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much they paid for.
Yeah.
But apparently there was you know, she's saying I don't need to refund that money, right, or that value. But because of that, I put in a substitute into their luggage.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what we're getting here?
Yeah.
Is that what she means by
that's-
I've put in a substitute?
Yeah.
Does that mean she put something in their luggage?
That's what I was kind of thinking, because I mean, like, 'cause
Or
they're
is
all about like making sure everyone gets the correct value for whatever you exchange. So like, she was still trying to be like, okay, if there's extra, then I have another thing for you that would have replaced what the value you gave me. So I
Yeah.
wonder what it was.
I don't know.
I know what's in the backpack.
What a mystery. Another mystery to
I
add onto the pile
know.
of mysteries. But yeah, at this part, we see Mugi and Kaja, and they're kind of talking about Faputa calling to them, right? And the fact that if they don't go now, then they're probably going to regret it forever, so they're going to go.
Yep.
But before that, they actually have a gift for Rico here, and it's the note. It's the note that they got from Gaume, and it's the note from Liza's notebook, right?
Yeah,
the page
yeah.
that she wanted
Yeah,
in
the
episode
original
like
one-
2.
Yeah, the original one she almost touched, and everyone was like, "No, don't touch that! You can't touch other people's valuable items."
Yeah. But yeah, she finally gets a nice little gift from these two, which is kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Next jumps to Veko on the stairs. She's climbing the stairs. I believe she's trying to reach Faputa, right?
I
At this
think
point?
so. I don't know. We don't.
I don't
really know
it
what she's
doesn't really
doing.
say what she's
Yeah.
trying to go towards, but the only thing that's above her is Faputa, right?
Yeah. And she just keeps climbing the stairs.
And yeah,
Yeah.
so she's during this whole sequence. One interesting thing is that she keeps worrying about Rico.
Yeah, this was a really like a little bit, I don't know, confusing to me because it's like they've met each other, they talked. I know she was giving backstory to Rico, but like her like almost it feels like such a strange obsession that she was like thinking about her so much compared to like she didn't think of Ray, she wasn't
Yeah, she
thinking of
didn't think of
anyone else.
Nanachi.
She didn't think of
But she's like
Yeah, no
so
one.
specific about worrying about Rico.
Yeah, and then like I feel like the imagery shown here is like so like I don't know, like it's like very fantasy. I don't know. It's like a fantasy, but like a very heartfelt memory of her.
Yeah,
And
she's like backlit. There's
Yeah.
like it's almost like,
this, like,
she's like godlike
hazy-
or
yeah.
something. I don't know.
or
like,
dreamlike. I
dreamlike,
don't
yeah.
know. It was just like really strange because I'm like, did you really bond with her that much in the short amount of time you guys talked? I'm not sure.
Yeah, and then she even asks herself, why are you so worried about her?
Yeah.
Just who is that girl to you?
Yeah.
And then it made me think like, yeah, why are you so worried about her? Like, what is up with
What?
that?
I know.
The only thing, okay, this might be kind of out there, but
Oh.
so,
Ooh.
so again, with that whole part where Faputa is talking about Rico and her soul and how it doesn't belong to her,
Yeah.
like, this makes me think like, why this sudden like worry about Rico? Are they connected in some way? Is there some kind of connection between Veko and Rico and her soul specifically? Or maybe, I don't know, like maybe Veko's, since she doesn't have that ability to have children, maybe there was a child that she could have had and that soul maybe existed at one point in some like ether. And that soul might have belonged to the child of Veko, and maybe Rico's soul is Veko's child soul. I don't know. That's
Whoa.
crazy. That's out there.
Yeah, that one. Wow.
There's no evidence of that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, wow, that was out there. I didn't even see that coming. So the only, so like for my, I don't even know if it's a theory, but I kind of was just thinking that something about the way Rico carries herself was very like, she's very like decisive and she knows what she wants to do. Because I feel like Veko definitely describes her like, you know, she decides what she wants to do and she does it. And it was very like an admirable
Yeah,
like,
especially to Veko.
attribute, you know, right?
Especially to Veko because she seems so
Like,
unsure all
yeah,
the
and
time.
hesitant
She's like,
and yeah, and
I don't know. She seems like the kind of person that's not decisive.
yeah, like
she can't make
she
this.
kind of is like that pushover a little
Yeah,
bit, and you
like
know,
if you gave her a menu with like a bunch of items
be
on
like,
it.
oh no, they kept yeah, but
I don't know
then
what
you
to
see,
eat.
but then you see Rico, and Rico would be like, I want that one. That's what
Yeah.
I want, and I think she really admires that, and especially for someone who didn't really have, I want to say like a mother, maybe in a sense she kind of saw that like, oh, that's a quality that I really do admire. And I don't know, to me it felt like she had this a little bit admiration, like Riko was like a mom to her in a sense. That's what I was kind of getting.
Riko's the mom.
Yeah. Just because like I feel like throughout this whole anime, there's something about like a theme of parents and like learning from your parents or kids without parents, and there's this kind of, you know, experience that some people are missing, especially Veko, since she didn't have parents.
Yeah, she was like a orphan basically,
Yeah.
who got adopted by a horrible person.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she does then mention like she did make one decision, right?
Yeah.
And that was to join the Ganja.
The Ganja gang. Yeah.
Man. But after all this thinking, she ends up climbing the stairs a little bit more.
I know. And there's a big gaping hole right
Yep.
at the stairs.
And she looks down at her foot.
And you hear a squishing sound. You know when I heard the squishing sound, I was like, oh, there's like water or something.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be water. And then like
No.
you see the blood and the...
Oh, this part though, guys.
Oh
Jesus.
my gosh, this was so like graphic.
It was so graphic. Like you see her teeth falling out,
know,
and
her
then you see
eye-
chunks of meat coming. Yeah, and her eye just kind of
Falls
distends out.
Yeah.
The first thing that happens is like it turns black.
yeah.
Oh man. And then
Ooh.
it starts like descending out, and then her teeth start
Yeah.
falling out, and
And-
then you see chunks of meat fall onto
Oh,
the
I
ground.
know. And then
Ugh.
she's like, oh, it hurts. And like,
Oh,
I'm
gosh,
like,
it's
oh
horrible.
my gosh, it was so bad.
And then at this moment, she realizes, dude, she's been human
She's been
the whole
human.
time.
Dude, how surprised were you? I was
pretty
really
surprised. 'Cause
I
this
was
is
so
like,
sure she
what-
wasn't human.
Because what is she? Like, she's been alive for hundreds of years at
Yeah,
this point.
as a normal person.
1900 years, but 150 years to them.
Yeah.
But that's not a normal lifespan for a normal human
No,
being.
not at all.
And she hasn't aged a day. She looks exactly the same age as when Wazukyan put her in there. She
Yeah.
didn't age at all.
Yeah.
So I assumed she was something different. I
Yeah.
thought she wasn't human at all.
I thought she wasn't human at all too. So I guess like at this point, it
And
was,
she didn't even know. She's like, I
yeah,
guess I
I'm
wasn't human.
I know.
And I
That's
was like,
so sad.
whoa,
That's a
you're shocked me as well.
I know.
Jesus.
That's a horrible way to find out though.
Yeah, it's a
But-
horrible way to find
But it must have been like it must have been Iriyumi the whole time, right? Like
Mhm. Yeah,
Iriyumi
she was
like
maintaining her.
protected her, but she also kept her human. So I initially thought Iriyumi saved her and kept her human because that's the way she remembers her, and she kept her that way. But she wasn't human. But in fact, she was. She kept her human.
Mhm.
But
She allowed her not to
she
transform.
allowed
because
her- yeah.
everybody else that entered the village,
yes,
they turned into a hollow.
yeah,
Except for Veko.
Yeah.
And I think there's a reason for that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because Irumyui wanted her to
yeah.
kind of-
And then also because I feel like when they transformed, they offered themselves to Iriyumi, and then she took it as value.
Mm-hmm.
But because Veko was her value, like she valued her, she didn't change her. She didn't need to take her in. She just treasured her the way she
Mm-hmm. yeah,
was.
she was her Haku.
Yeah.
But yeah, as she's transforming, she's turning into a hollow
I
here.
know.
And we see Pakukyan.
Yeah. Kakuyan?
Pakoyan.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry.
That's fine.
Pakuyan saves Veko at this point.
Yeah.
Or she picks her up and throws her down
yeah.
the
No, she
stairs
saves
here.
her. She definitely does.
Because there would be basically no way for Riko and Nanachi and Reg to retrieve. Well, I guess Reg could have probably retrieved her.
Yeah. Or Nanachi. Right?
No, I
No,
don't think Nanachi could.
Just Reg
just
though.
Reg.
Just Reg. But I mean, he was. It was too slow. Like the timing is like everything because all of the curses like coming
Yeah,
in.
and she's transforming by the second.
Right.
But yeah, we see Pakyo.
Yeah, Pakyan. Yeah, Pakokyan.
I cannot say this.
Yeah.
Pakyan saved Veko by throwing her down the stairs, but I do have to say, like, their whole relationship in the anime it just wasn't as well developed, I guess,
Yeah.
as it is in the manga. Because like they cut a
Yeah.
sex scene, I guess, between
Yeah. Or just like an intimate.
an intimate
yeah.
moment
Yeah.
between Pakyo-yan.
Mhm.
Pakyo-yan.
Pakoyan.
Pakyo-yan.
Pakoyan.
Between Pakoyan
Yes.
and Veko. And yeah, I don't know. The manga just did it better. It did a better job of kind of developing their relationship.
Yeah.
If
I think so.
I was coming from this as a pure anime only, I'd be
Yeah.
like, who is this person really?
Exactly.
And who does she mean to Veko?
To Veko, right?
Like it really doesn't emphasize the relationship, and it doesn't develop their relationship in the anime at all. Like
At all, yeah.
At this part, I think maybe many of you were confused as well about who this is and what she means to Beko.
Yeah.
And in the manga, they kind of show that Hakokian and her kind of have a
relationship. They're
right? Kind of like lovers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And she sacrifices herself pretty much at this point to allow her to go to Nanashi and the rest of the squad.
Yeah.
Because they pretty much wouldn't be able to retrieve her.
No, yeah. And I feel like that's so true. Like without you even telling me that, like I would have been like, why does this villager particularly care about Beko? Because you're just like, what? And they have this like really touching moment, and she's crying as she throws her, and like without knowing they had that relationship, it just seems like, okay, I guess she wanted to save Beko for some reason.
I think they really did. They should have included some of the.
They should have included a little bit, or like even
some of the development of the relationship, because this part is so sad.
Yeah, it is really sad when you know that they like loved each other in a different way from the other villagers.
Yeah,
especially
they had a
gang.
relationship together.
Yeah.
They were together, and then she sees her disappearing, and she calls out to her.
Yeah, she's trying to say her name, even though like she's losing her humanity at this point.
Man. Yeah, and then we see her kind of disappear here, and there's a huge difference between the way this looks in the manga versus how this looks in the anime.
Very different.
I think her disappearing looks more like fanciful, and like she's turning into like light and smoke or whatever. But like in the manga, it looks much more painful and more bloody, and it shows her like kind of like bleeding and like she's being disintegrated.
Yeah.
And then there's blood. There's more signs of blood, and like it shows the eyeball, because she's like a cyclops at this point, or she's a cyclops as a hollow, and it shows her eyeball like hitting the ground.
Yeah.
And the rest of her body disappearing. But yeah, in the anime, she kind of just like, oh.
Yeah,
so nice.
she throws her, and then like it's like sparkles, and it looks like so much nicer. And then you showed it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like way more like a violent death, like of like melting.
Yeah, like disintegrating in a painful way.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as painful in the anime. All right, so this next part, it kind of jumps back to Fapata and
the action part.
The action part of her kind of taking on these two turbinate dragons, like soloing both of them. And then out of nowhere, Reg shows up.
Yeah.
And then I love her face here. Like, she turns from like so happy, so joyed to see her, or to see Reg, and then it turns to this like, why are you here? Like face.
Yeah, because that was like her real emotional reaction when she saw Reg. She was so happy, but she's like, wait, I'm still mad at you.
Yeah, I'm mad. You forgot about me.
You forgot about me. Yeah.
And then he explains that he's gonna he explains that the people that you were calling, the villagers, have arrived and they're here for you. And then so they're kind of gonna swap places here.
Yep.
And Reg lifts his finger, and then it kind of signals to Rico with his other hand with the finger. Like, I didn't even know this was a thing. Like, he can still control that other hand.
Yeah, because like she had it this whole time, and they never once had him move it or anything. And
yeah, but they use it as a kind of like a signal thing, and then she eats the bars, the food bars that she got from Bondrud's place.
Right. To get energy again.
And then she blows that whistle.
Yes.
And we kind of see what happens afterwards for the first time, and how it takes kind of like stamina or energy out of Rico, and she starts bleeding out of her nose even.
Yeah, I had
dang.
I had no idea that it took out this much energy for her. I was just like, she's just blowing a whistle, but no, it's like her energy and it's affecting her body.
Yeah, it makes her have a nosebleed, which is crazy to me. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's intense. And then she kind of passes out afterwards.
Yeah, it's almost like she uses her own incinerator.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we get to see this sick ass fight scene.
Yeah.
Kind of,
no, it was cool. Because like I didn't realize that's how strong Reg was, but he can like he wrapped his arm kind of around one of the turbine dragons and like pretty much throws it down.
Yeah. And then you kind of see this breaking of the sound barrier or something.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah, and then I love the animation here of him actually transforming. It looks like the black parts kind of like flake off and disappear, and it's like almost revealing his true form. I don't know. It looks really unlike any other transformation. Like usually it's just like it just changes or it flashes maybe or whatever. But like the flaking off of the black parts to reveal the pure white helmet underneath is, I don't know. It just looks super sick.
Yeah. The effect is really, really nice for this.
And then he kind of guides them outside to Wazikan's little bridge, and we see that Wazikan this whole time kind of was
reinforcing
the village.
Right.
And he decides that I need to break this bridge.
Yeah, this was so cool. I had no idea that he could use his arm in this way.
Yeah, it's super cool. So he wraps his arms around the bridge and kind of uses his cable arm, extendy arm, as like almost like a bandsaw kind of situation.
Yeah.
And he
breaks the bridge.
Yeah. Like, this was super cool.
Yeah.
And what a creative use of his arms,
right?
you know? Like, in the beginning of the series, I'm like, okay, he has extendy arms.
He can extend it, and he can
climb and grab stuff from far away. Yeah. But, like, to use it as, like, almost like a saw kind of situation here. And then he also uses it when he fights Bondru kind of as this, like, barrier around himself. And he can almost, like,
move
travel in this way.
Kind of like a drill.
Yeah. Like, man, they really... In the beginning, I was like, okay, he has extendy arms, whatever. But, like, the creativeness here to use them in this manner is just...
Yeah, and also, like, the creativeness of just using one arm. Can you imagine if he had two arms? When he was fighting Bondru, one arm. When he destroys this bridge, one arm. Like,
I can't... What's going to happen when he has two arms,
I know. Bro? Like, can you just put his other arm on? I want to see him, like, full on, like, using both arms.
That's too OP, man. You can't be having that. Can't be having Papa to join the squad. That's too OP also.
I know, right?
Yeah, they need to have some despair still. So, Setsubo. So after he breaks the bridge here, we see Papata kind of talking to the villagers, telling them what's going to happen. Like, she's going to eat them, right? And she needs to gain that value from them in order to...
Yeah, she needs that energy.
You need that energy. Oh, and also we get to... I think we forgot to talk about this, but we see dead Juraimo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So we didn't get to see the fight. Okay, I'm going to say that's probably one of the critiques. Like, I really wanted to see
this. Not to nitpick, but I want to see more of his ancient power.
They were like, I was like, we're gonna get it. He brought it out and he was using it like a lightsaber, and then that was it.
Bro, they hinted at this like what back in like episode whatever when we first saw Ogasumi come out.
Yeah.
And he first busted out the sword.
Yeah.
And then Kaja was like, oh, I'm so excited. The great sword.
Yeah.
And it has like its own name. And then he goes, oh, it usually has this ancient power.
Right?
I'm like, oh.
I know.
And then we finally get to see the ancient power, and all we get to see is one swipe of the sword.
And it's not even on the Turbinate Dragon. It was on the smaller ones.
Oh.
I wanted to see it, like, at least slice one of the Turbinate Dragons.
Yeah, I wanted to see some Turbinate Dragon get sliced in half by
like,
the...
how strong is that thing against the Turbinate Dragon?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's like a lightsaber. I think it's just a glowing, slightly stronger. That would be sick, though. How cool would it have been if he sliced one of the Terminids in half?
It would have been cool.
It would have been cool.
But
it would have been.
No.
It would have been. But it didn't happen.
No.
But yeah, Faputa then kind of describes what's going to happen, and she's going to basically consume everybody.
Everyone,
like Mugi and everybody else that's here.
Yeah.
And so she ends up doing it, right? She ends up eating everybody.
Yep. Mostly everybody.
Mostly everybody except for Ma
and Kaja.
And then, I like this little exchange between Ma and Faputa a little bit here.
Oh, I love that. It was really funny because she's like, Kaja, you know, she knows Kaja's name, but you, nameless hollow.
Nameless hollow.
And then Ma's like, Ma. And it's like, oh. Ma. Yeah, I know.
And he's like, and she goes, Egu. Oh, your name is Ma. I love that Faputa can kind of, she understands like everybody, even though they're like, she can just like read their soul or whatever, right?
Yeah, she must.
Faputa is amazing.
I just love that had to be Ma's last thing she says to the one true value.
My name is Ma.
My name is Ma.
Excuse me, my name is Ma. I'm not a nameless hollow.
Yeah, I have a name.
Jeez. And it's Ma.
Yeah.
Egu. Oh, your name is Ma.
Yeah.
So funny. I love that part.
Yeah.
Ma is kind of sassy. But yeah, and then she ends up eating everybody, right? And
Yeah.
gaining their power, and
Right.
she kind of does her duty here.
Yeah.
But I have to mention also that actually the anime does this scene much better. She kind of, you get to see her consuming them, or like the aftermath of it, and it really reads really well, and you understand kind of what's happening here, that she finished eating them, right?
Right.
But in the manga, it only shows like 2 small panels on the left side of the page, and it just shows her with a bloodied mouth and then like looking up. And I just felt like I honestly didn't understand that actually happened in these 2 panels, and it wasn't as visually descriptive as it was in the anime. So I have to give the anime a bit of props here for actually showing what happened, and it read very well. But yeah, and then she ends up using her white balancing, and she does her duty here, and she destroys the village.
Yeah, she's trying to destroy the entire village so that it all collapses on itself and it destroys all the animals that are in there. And she wanted to make sure to let them know so that they can evacuate so they don't get crushed as well.
And then it looks really cool here,
Yeah.
actually. So we see the white balancing go into the ground, and it kind of has these like organic veins come out from it, and then it trails up the village,
Yeah.
and cracking it, crushing it, and then there's even like lightning at the top. Goes
Yeah.
like all this energy is dispersed and dispelled through the village, and
Yeah.
and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
no,
really
I mean,
enjoyed this part.
I think it was really satisfying to see that, because this was her one true goal. Her
Yeah,
whole
she
life goal was to
completed her
free
life goal.
her mother. So, yeah.
Yeah, really satisfying. I love this. And then, yeah, I think it then jumps to kind of Veko here, and kind of thinking to herself, right?
Yeah, right.
And how she can't forgive herself, and she talks about kind of like this really deep moment where she's kind of thinking of herself and how she couldn't forgive herself. And she has this quote that she says, "Everything fades into homesickness,"
Right.
and she says goodbye to her very own warm darkness, kind of saying goodbye to Irumyui at this point, right?
Yeah, I feel like there's this like little part that's animated where she says that she hears a voice, and from what I interpreted, it was she was hearing Iruyumi's voice, right? Like that was her voice, and her eyes lit up, and there's like a light on her face, and she's remembering and even understanding what Irumi's true desire was, which was not only to have children, but to be with Veko. And you kind of get this point of view of Iruyumi trying to go up and hug Veko, and it was like really sweet. And then that's where like that other quote comes in, and her face goes dark, the sparkle goes away from her eyes, and she was kind of fading into that homesickness where she almost probably was not going to remember her, but Veko held on to that idea of Iruyumi, and that's why she never forgot her, or at least
Yeah, man. Yeah, this whole scene is like kind of heartbreaking, and
Yeah.
you see her like inside of Irumyui
yeah.
and surrounded by the balancing, and
Yeah.
she kind of realizes like what happened, and like she's so distraught, and like she doesn't forgive herself, and she feels so guilty about everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really heartbreaking.
It is. This is like a really, really sad thing, because you're really understanding Veko, where she's coming from, everything that she's been holding on to this whole time when she was in that kind of darkness by herself.
Man.
And yeah, like what did you think about what she said about warm darkness?
I tried to think of what I think it kind of, to me, it's like what they were kind of talking about in that first episode when we got to see Belloff and her talking about beauty and darkness, and how she has dark eyes. And yeah, I don't know, it's kind of took me back to there, and them talking about what beauty is and how you feel. But instead of what do you think?
No, that's good. I feel like that's
good.
No, I really feel like that's the point of that quote. Like there's something mysterious, because they're 2 words that are, juxtaposed. Like they're not really meant to be together, because when you think of darkness, you think of cold, and she says warm darkness. And I think what it meant to me for warm darkness is that even in our darkest moments where we despair, there is there must be something a little bit that keeps you warm. And in her life, it was Iriyumi. There is all this sadness that surrounds the story of Iriyumi, like how she was as a child, how she was like abused and abandoned, and that's the same for Veko. But then they found each other. So even through all of it, they found each other, and there is that warmth, even if it's surrounded by the darkness.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Nicole. Exactly.
And
well said.
and-
That's what I was thinking.
and you know, it's and the thing is, she got to see Iriyumi to her death. You know, like at the end, she was there with her, and she even says it was her own punishment. But like she was there with her, and I feel like as sad as that is, like it's still, you know, fulfilling to be with the person that she wanted to see, and you know, end her life with too as well.
So sad.
I know,
sad,
it was
Bowie.
so sad.
Yeah, man. Good stuff, though.
Yeah.
So next we have Fapata here. She finished her duty. She's like, oh, I did it, you know, but she's so exhausted. She
Yeah.
has like absolutely no
Zero
energy. She
energy.
can't even like move. She's like slumped over,
Yeah.
like leaning against like one of the destroyed walls.
Right.
And then a rock hits her in the head.
I know.
And then
falling.
she's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's just like she has like no energy.
Yeah.
Like she can absolutely not move.
Yeah.
And then I love that she thinks about like, I should have eaten those guys. I should have eaten Ma and Kaja. Like,
yeah, she's like,
I wonder if I would have had enough energy to to move at this point,
Yeah.
maybe to continue on. But I just thought it was hilarious that she thought about like, damn it, I should have ate those. Should have ate those
yeah,
guys.
because it would have turned out different. I think she was like, "This is the end for me," and
Yeah,
I
she's
would have,
like, she
I would have
realizes-
survived if I probably ate them.
But then she's like, she's kind of okay with it, you know. She's like,
Yeah.
I made that decision because then I saved those guys. They were able to escape from the village,
Mm-hmm.
and the only reason, they're able to escape is because of Kaja and because of Ma and their
Yeah.
mission to get them out of the village before it gets destroyed.
Right?
So, yeah, and then Reg's arm comes out of nowhere and grabs
Saves
Fapata,
Fapata.
luckily, and
Yeah.
saves her. And yeah, they're in Kaja, they're escaping still,
Yeah.
and then there's
trying
all
to-
these rocks falling all over the place, and then Reg's kind of like hitting them
Yeah.
out of the way,
Right.
and inside, and it kind of jumps inside of Kaja because Kaja has this like shell
Yeah.
over them, really.
Yeah.
And it shows Rico here, and she finally decides, and she's like barely waking up
Yeah.
from her passing out, basically from blowing the whistle, and
Right.
she decides to give Ma this final gift.
Guys, I know this was so sweet. Oh my gosh, this had me like bawling.
Oh gosh, it was heartbreaking,
I know.
and it was so cute.
It was so sweet. I had no idea. I mean, when did she have time to make this? I don't know, but it was beautiful. I loved it. I just loved it
too.
because
It was so sweet, so cute.
it was so cute.
And then it one manga difference here is that it actually shows, in case you forgot, that this doll actually was one of the exact, or it was a replica.
yeah.
It's like Rico trying to recreate
Right.
one of the dolls that Ma lost during that original meeting of them during the
About
balancing.
learning about the balancing.
Yeah, when Ma freaking
squished
crushes
Menya.
Menya and the butthole comes out.
I know. Or like, or the
The
guts
butt
come out of
guts.
the butt. Yeah, butt guts.
And
Yeah.
then Ma gets like ripped apart. Right?
Yeah, and I thought Ma was dead, but yeah, we learned later that it was just balancing and
Yeah.
all that jazz.
But yeah, and then so yeah, it kind of shows that she tried her best
Yeah,
to recreate
yeah.
this doll that
for
Ma had
Ma.
with the for Ma.
Yeah,
Oh my
I know.
gosh,
It was so sweet.
cute.
I know. And I was
Dang
like,
it.
man, that was good. That was so good.
So good. She gives it to her, and then it kind of jumps back outside to Kaja, and Kaja
Oh,
stops
Yeah,
here,
Kaja has
and
to stop
then
because his
his
legs are broken.
His
Yeah.
legs are broken, and he's like, for my duty, it was all worth it, right?
Yep,
Or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And then he collapses.
Yep.
And then we see Kaja's true form come out of
Yeah,
Kaja's
the
mouth
smells.
here. The Kaja's smell form.
Yeah.
We see it for the first time
Yeah.
here. And then he kind of has his like this last hurrah where
Yeah.
he enters freaking
Fapata.
Fapata's
It's so
body and then
crazy.
ends up controlling her.
I had
for a
no idea
bit
he could do
here.
that. Yeah.
And I love this scene as well. I love
Yeah.
I love seeing Kaja kind of having a last hurrah,
Yeah.
really expressing that he's happy.
Yeah, really
And he's like,
happy.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And then he says like, I didn't pass through
properly or something.
and
yeah.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
But like he's still happy at this moment, and I mean, this is pretty cool. He gets to control Fapata.
The most valuable thing ever. So I feel like this was like a proper send off for Kaja.
For Kaja, yeah.
And he was so like into it. Like it made Fapata look really crazy because Papa's eyes were like so big.
Yeah, and he's like, and then like a giant rock comes down, and he just like smashes through the rock, and he's like,
this is so happy.
I'm so happy for Kaja here because
too.
it's kind of the last time we get to see him.
Yeah.
And, I'm gonna miss Kaja too.
It was good. That must have been awesome for him.
And then it jumps back to inside of Kaja's body here. And then it shows Riko kind of like laying back.
Gonna make me cry just thinking about it.
And then Ma is like kind of like appreciating the gift that he got from, or he or she, they got from Riko.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just kind of.
It's making me sad just thinking about it.
Riko says thank you to Ma, and she looks up at him, and then it kind of just disappears. Right? We don't really get to see him disappear at all,
or her.
Ma, we don't get to see Ma disappear. We don't see it the same way we saw Pakyo-yan, but you kind of feel it, and maybe it might have been, what happened here. But I don't know.
Oh, it was so good. Like it was so beautiful because I feel like it makes it even more touching that like Ma was holding Riko and then
cradling her kind of.
And then 1 second Ma's there and God, it was so good. It was really good.
And then Ma's gone.
It's like really good.
So sad.
Like it's so sad.
And then all that's left is that toy, that gift that she made for Ma.
Yeah.
And she holds it, and then she calls out to Ma, and then if you guys go back to this part, you can hear Ma. Just this tiniest like Ma. And it's like so
good.
sad.
It's so sad. Oh my God, it was so good. Like I love it. Like I'm crying because I'm sad, but it's so good. Like it was so good. It was so well animated and like.
The feels.
Oh, the feels are so
feels.
Good. It's so good and so sad.
So touching, like another great send off to another great character that we met here. Like I had such a connection with Ma, and I knew this was gonna happen.
Me too. I was like trying to prepare myself.
I knew that Ma was gonna die because we knew once Reg just opened up that village.
I know.
And that once the village is destroyed, every single hollow inside of here is gonna die, including Kaja, including Ma. Right? We all knew it was gonna happen.
I know it's gonna happen, but I can't.
It's just a testament to this character development, like the building up of these characters and how connected we were to them.
I know.
And to see them go is horrible, but it's like really like such good character building.
It really is. It was so good. It was so good. Like they're so real. Like I mean, when
really tugs at your heartstrings here when you see them go.
Yeah.
Even though
it's so beautiful too.
I try to mentally prepare myself for this moment, but
okay. I mean, like I'm really sensitive. I would cry, but it's just like, oh, it was so good. I loved it, you guys. Like it just. Oh, that's such great storytelling. Like that's one of the things I just love about anime. The characters are so deep and
so next level
and feel so real.
So good, so good. And next we kind of have this aftermath in this cave. I guess they kind of move to a cave, and then we kind of have this really somber scene between Fapata and Veko.
Yeah.
But before that, I kind of just want to mention that we see Riko here kind of still kind of understanding what happens.
Yeah.
And Nanachi just saying like, they're everyone's gone. They all kind of returned to the eternity, I think.
Yep.
And she asks if Riko's okay. She kind of checks in on her as well, and she's like, "Are you okay, Riko?" But Riko, she's okay.
She's fine, yeah.
Man, I just have to say, like, this is another moment of Riko showing her power, like her
resilience,
her indomitable will, her ability to move forward, move on, and remember the people that helped her, and being okay with it and not being held down and being in the dumps for too long.
Yeah.
She doesn't even shed a single tear for Ma, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
She's grown up so much. I mean, when Prushka died and she turned into the White Whistle, like she bawled out.
Yeah.
But I mean, it kind of just shows how much Riko's matured here.
Yeah.
And like for her not to even shed a single tear for Ma, but understand deep inside that, you know, they were there for her and she'll always remember every moment they had together and that how much they helped her and her journey and her adventure, and she appreciates them, you know? Man, yeah. It's crazy, yeah. But yeah, and we get to see Fapata and Veko in her final moments here as well.
Gosh, like it was like one sad part after another. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. This is so much. There's so much emotion happening.
And then we get confirmation that Fapata truly didn't know anything about Veko.
Yeah, this was definitely like one of our biggest questions we had throughout the whole time. Like just
is Fapata Irumyuui?
Is he Irumyuui?
Like, do they have the same memories?
Yeah, like
I was
does she
so
realize
excited to see that it's interaction between Fapata and Veko for the first time. This is something I wanted to see since, we knew that who Fapata is, who Veko was, and like the huge mystery of like, does Fapata know who Veko is?
Yeah, because like she was such a big part of Iruyumi, and you know and Fapata's from Iruyumi, so it's such a mystery.
Yeah, and she then says that this is the one thing that Irumyuui, her mother, she thought that she gave her everything.
Yeah.
But the one thing that she didn't give to Fapata were these memories of Veko.
Yeah.
This is the only thing that Irumyuui kept for herself.
Yeah.
She kept those memories of Veko because she meant so much to her.
Yeah.
And yeah, she kept those memories, and it's so sweet to know that as well. And I don't know, it's very satisfying, and I'm glad that Fapata actually didn't know who Veko was, and knowing that Irumyuui kept those memories.
Yeah, and then she got to share it with her in these last moments.
Yeah, and then it gets and it kind of makes it so much more impactful, the death of Bella a couple episodes ago, and how she was able to transfer those memories to Fapata as well. And yeah, I don't know, it's good stuff. And then Veko then says that Fapata asks Veko, "Am I similar to Irumyuui?" And
to Mother,
to Mother. And Veko actually says, "You and Irumyuui are not so alike." And I actually have to disagree because
she does say something.
because she says that Irumyuui was a shy child, right?
Yeah.
And she was shy and she didn't do well with strangers. But Fapata's exactly that same way. She, as she said earlier in this episode, that she doesn't like lots of eyes, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't like a lot of people looking at her because she's shy.
Yeah.
Just like her mother.
Yeah.
And she also states that Irumyuui was a clingy child. And I think that Fapata is also kind of clingy as well. She was clingy to Gaburun, and she was also really clingy to Reg as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to Veko, maybe she didn't know that about Fapata, but I think they're more similar than she realizes.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Because when she said that, I was like, I don't know. Yeah, and then I just wanted to say for this part too, like as they're kind of sharing these like, emotions, like the fact that, Fapata can still hear Veko even though she can't speak is like still one of those moments, where it's like they can speak through just feelings and emotions and memories. And this kind of reminded me actually of Riko when she was able to kind of speak to Midi. So it was kind of this like interesting, like they had these similarities of how you could speak and feel someone's feelings without them actually talking to each other. So it was kind of just an interesting thing that I remembered.
Like back then it was just Riko, and then Midi was just like kind of like comforting Riko because she just got her arm super messed up.
Yeah.
And she was like kind of passed out, and she could kind of communicate with Midi back then. And there's totally a similarity here for sure. Feel it. But yeah. And then she also kind of a weird moment here is Veko kind of thinking of Juraimo, and
that's
the
right.
quote that even trash turns to gold in the city of gold or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why does she think of this quote right?
Why does she think of this quote? I'm gonna say what I thought of was warm darkness. In all of her darkness with him, he said that to her, but I think looking back on her life, she realizes that, you know, it actually did mean something, and now even though it was hurtful at the time he said it, now that at the end of her life she remembers it, it actually meant something maybe kind of good now that she's experienced meeting Iriyumi.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm not quite sure I understand why she thought of this, but I guess to me, I think I thought of like what's gold to like what is gold, like at the end of everything, what is gold to everybody. And I think Faputa kind of literally represents gold here in this episode, and she is gold. Like she's literally golden. Like she's literally turning golden at this point. And even trash or waste turns to gold, and it like Faputa is the byproduct of what Irumyui kind of was, and she was kind of thought of as trash. She was kind of thought of as something that's useless because she couldn't create children.
Right.
But then she was able to create Faputa, and she was kind of something that was considered trash, created something that was like really golden. And I think that's what I got from it, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I could totally see that. Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. She kind of thinks of, and she's thinking of, Faputa here. I don't know. And we just get this really emotional, touching moments of her, and she kind of describes that she herself was described as having dark eyes.
Yeah.
And she says, but I'm glad that I had these dark eyes because I could see you and I could find you. And I don't know. It's just so sad. And she kind of says that you've changed me, Irumyui. And like this moment's so sweet. And Veko's kind of talking to Faputa here, and Faputa's kind of like comforting her in her final moments.
Yeah.
And she's talking to her like she's Irumyui.
Yeah.
And Faputa, she's responding to Veko like she is Irumyui, but she's not.
Yeah.
But like she understands what she wants in her final moments. She wants to kind of talk to Irumyui, and she takes that place of her mother and really starts speaking to Veko as if she is her. Because that's what Veko really wants at this moment. She wants to speak to Irumyui and tell her how she felt and how she's changed her. And like the fact that Faputa would be that caring and that nice to Veko, even though she doesn't mean anything to her, is really sweet from Faputa, I think. And and it's like, man, I don't know. For her to like respond in this way is really touching to me, and I really felt it. I really enjoyed it. It was good. So it then jumps to the burying of Veko here. And like Gabiun apparently taught Faputa this is what you do to the deceased. And yeah, man, it's the end of Veko here. I wasn't sure if Veko was gonna like survive at the end of this, but she's confirmed dead at this point. And it was a beautiful way to go, honestly. It was so sweet.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, Faputa explains that she didn't mean anything to her, but she still felt those emotions.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And then she buries her because Gabiun taught her this is what you do. And then she makes two small statues. They kind of, to me, what did they represent to you? I guess to me, let me just say what it represented to me first. She makes two small statues. The first one is 3 stacked on top of each other, and then one large one with like a dot. And then the one on the left side has 3 markings. And I think this one kind of represents Faputa, because Faputa has those 3 marks on the top of her head. And the one to the right of it is this long one with this long stone, and it has a single hole.
Yep.
And I think that one represents the village.
Yeah, or Irimi.
Or Irumyui.
Yeah.
And she meant to put them there, those 2 small statues, to keep Veko company.
Yeah.
So Faputa and Irumyui will be with her always. I think, right? And I just thought it was really cute too.
Yeah, it was so sweet. It was like, aw. Like, I really feel like after Veko was able to share the memories, like, there's definitely like a more like touching or like caring self that kind of was brought out of Faputa. So
Yeah, I think Faputa really changes as well.
Yeah, like there's definitely like a a growing up element to Fapata
Yeah.
that she
A
never
mature.
had. Yeah.
For sure. Like she understands like other because she completed her goal,
Yeah,
right? Like
she completed her
she's
goal.
done with
Freeing her mother
freeing her
Yeah.
mother. So
and getting revenge on the villagers, which wasn't necessarily the revenge I think she thought
was-
that she would have. Like I think
Yeah.
to her revenge would have been like killing them, and she did, I guess, like kill them, but it was actually in a different way where they were all actually helping each other.
yeah. I mean, there was that whole that whole thing too is a whole nother thing, like of Fapata kind of changing her whole outlook on the village
Right.
and everybody.
Yeah.
Her goal in life was to destroy everybody and kill everybody
Yeah.
in that village. And then once she had those memories come back to her, like, and then see them, and she still called them foolish.
Yeah, she
right?
did.
At the
Yeah.
end. But she kind of respected them in a
She
way,
did,
you know?
yeah.
I don't know. Like for her to go through such a dynamic shift
Right?
of her ideologies here, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And it all happened within like 2-3 episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
But man, it's kind of insane how much character development happens
Yeah.
for Fapata here. And like she described, like in Veko's final moment saying that Iro Miyumi changed her, I think in the end Fapata changed so much as well.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy, honestly.
Yeah.
And then after she sets up the statues, she then starts kind of tearing up and thinking about Gabu
Yeah.
or Gaburun.
Yeah.
And man, you see her break out in tears and you realize how much Gaburun kind of meant to Fapata
Yeah.
here. And Gaburun truly was her Haku.
Yeah.
And she starts crying, and then Riko actually calls out to Fapata here, but she gets interrupted
By Reg.
by Reg, and Reg then asks Fapata to join them. Right?
Yeah. To join the gang.
But my question is, what do you think that Riko was gonna say here? She was calling, she in her moment, like Riko calls out to Fapata, but she gets interrupted, and she was about to say something. What do you think she was gonna say?
I think she was gonna ask Fapata to join the group.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's
Yeah.
being implied here.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was about to invite herself, but then Reg interrupts and
Yeah.
invites, which I think is probably for the best.
Yeah.
Actually. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even and then she ends up bringing up like
Again.
again, like you don't
You
even
remember
remember
me.
me. You don't remember the promise.
I know,
Do you
don't
even
remember anything.
So why should I join?
Yeah.
Like you mean nothing. I basically mean nothing
Yeah.
to you.
But then he's
you
like,
know?
no, that's not true.
Yeah, and he goes, "That's not true.
Yeah.
I saw your fearsomeness. I saw your sadness, and I saw your beauty. And let's go. I want to go on an adventure with you." And this moment is like, I'm like, "Oh,
Go
come
join.
on."
I know, right?
Yeah,
like, please.
but-
go-
Yeah, but as we all know, she doesn't end up joining.
maybe.
Maybe she says she's gonna think about
Yeah.
it, right? And I love that she says like she's so touched by his Reg's words here, even though he doesn't remember, but she thanks Riko and Nanachi because even though he doesn't remember, he's still so kind, and it's because of these two. And she says like, you guys are what is this, a gathering of fools?
Yeah.
Which I thought was really
Yeah.
funny, which kind of I
Yeah.
kind of feel it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's they're foolish but they're passionate, you know.
Yeah.
And they want to continue this adventure. And she ends up kind of saying no, right?
Yeah.
Like, but she'll think
She'll
about
think
it.
about it. So I think she initially wants to say no, and then she's like, you know what? Maybe I'll think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's at least a maybe.
Yeah. And so she says she's gonna go, right? And she's gonna, as Gabiru once said, which is kind of what the interference unit's whole goal
Yep.
is. It's to observe, touch, and gather information.
Yeah, I really love that she like repeated that quote, because then it kind of it really like puts like you really feel that Gabiru really left that big imprint on her as her guardian, as pretty much her parent.
Like her parent, her
Yeah.
father
her
figure
father
in a
figure
way,
that taught
you know?
her like how to speak,
how to speak,
how to do everything.
like her mother's language.
Yeah.
Like it really drives home how much Gaburun meant
Yeah.
to Fapata here.
Yeah, and I mean, even the fact that he taught her about like funerals or burying people, like that's even like such like a deeper thing to teach like a child, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great. It was so sweet.
Yeah, so cute. Yeah, no, there was also one thing I want to kind of mention too was that she was able to interpret Krushka's words here
Ooh, yeah,
to Rico a little bit.
Yeah, I really like how she kind of even imitated her voice.
I like that. I love that part too. And she kind of understands what Rico's duty is. And Rico's duty is to cherish everybody that she meets.
Yeah, and I have to say, this is where Rico teared up. She did tear up at that part when she Papato gave those words to her from Krushka.
Yeah, another beautiful moment. And yeah, this is pretty much it. This is the end of the episode. It trails off with narration done by Veko here. And it kind of describes their journey and kind of like the brilliance of it and how dazzling it is.
Yeah.
And it's just this final shot from behind of Fapata kind of dazzling. It shows this really bright red light emanating from Fapata. And yeah, that's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And at the very end, it says, "See you guys soon" in Fapata's voice.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope soon.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
But man, that was
Wow,
it.
yeah.
That was the finale.
That was the finale.
What a journey. What a
Yeah.
great finale.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was so emotional.
It was.
I couldn't even.
I know. Even now, like thinking about it, there's so much.
So next we're gonna go over our overall thoughts of the entire season, what we thought of it, and yeah, our overall feeling.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, yeah, I felt like this season was definitely a bit of a journey. It was something like totally different, I think, from what we've seen in season 1, but also it's still kind of the same. This season kind of brought back all of those same feelings that kind of made me fall in love with the series in the first place. It had still that same sense of adventure, this stunning, beautiful scenery that we see in this anime, the beautiful, like, fluid animation, this really perfect and tonally appropriate OST. The music is so amazing in this series, and it just like hits so hard in the right moments,
Right.
and it's just insanely good. I love that it still had really strong characters that were really well developed. It's just like kind of like this masterclass of character development
Yes.
and
absolutely.
world building. All of these elements kind of tied together made this almost like a near perfect season of anime to me, and honestly, I think it'll stick with me for forever.
Yeah. Totally agree. I could not. I mean, there's so much. I agree with you. Like, I feel the same way. Like, this definitely is going to be an anime that I would recommend to people. It's not going to be your, typical anime, but
definitely not.
This is definitely one that is thought-provoking and just visually beautiful and engaging. The stories, the characters are so full of life, and you really feel like you know them. And I think that's on a very deep level too, not just like, oh, they do really cool like fighting scenes or they look cool. No, there's real like personality. They feel so human, that I think that's what makes it most important. I'm gonna say for the entire season, if I had to kind of describe it in a couple words, I feel like I would describe it as a tumultuous, cathartic release.
Yeah.
It was
That's a good way to say it.
exciting. It was confusing, and it was so strongly emotional, like so strong. But even though it was really emotional, it felt good.
Yeah, it was so sweet at the
Yeah, it
same
was like
time.
Yeah, it was like sad but sweet, but like you get it. Like there was like closure to all of it, and I feel like that's what makes it feel
So
human. Yeah.
Human, yeah. Really human experience here, I
Yeah,
think.
like I think another way to describe this for me was just emotional resonance. Like there's just something that just stays with you, and
Yeah.
all of the elements of humanity are there. Like there was sadness, there was anger, there was like all of them. Like sometimes you just feel like you can't even describe it because like it just gets to you down there,
Yeah.
and so. Yeah,
this
it was like, yes, I totally agree. Just a masterclass. Like you have to see this, and honestly, I do hope that they turn this one into a movie as well. Because
I'd love to rewatch
yeah,
it.
I will
right?
rewatch it, and I will definitely recommend it. It's amazing, and it's definitely gonna be up there as like one of my top anime
Yeah, of like all time.
of
Like
all time for sure.
And this season was so good. Like it's gonna stick with me for such a long time. And
Yeah.
it just everything just resonated so deeply
Yeah.
with me. And
Everything.
I love Made in Abyss. And
Yeah.
this season, when compared to season 1, is still everything that I loved about
Yeah.
season 1.
Yeah,
But it was also so different. Like I want to
Yeah.
talk a little bit more about how different it was. In season 1, we went through one layer after another. We went through layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, and we met characters here and there. But it's totally different in this season. The entire season takes place in one layer. And not only is it only in one layer, it takes place in one location inside of the layer, and it's only this village.
yeah,
Like it's so different from what we've seen in the past in season 1. Where
Yeah.
in season 1 it was basically just Reg Rico just traveling down, meeting all of these like creatures, exploring, adventuring. This season still had that sense of exploration and adventure, but it all took place in one location. And it was just this beautiful self-contained story
yeah,
in one location that still felt the same to me, and it
Yeah.
was beautiful. Like I loved it.
yeah,
Dope.
yeah,
Like it's so different from season 1, but still the same. I don't know how to. That's all I can describe it
yeah,
as.
yeah. It
Um,
was so engaging. Like I feel like for every episode we were like, man, I don't know how you could top that episode, and then we'd watch the next episode. I'd be like, how do they keep topping? How do they keep topping it? And it was, and I love that the part that was like topping it off is like this just emotional, like, you know, like I don't know, it just grabbed you so much that I just, it makes you just think so much, and oh man, I don't know, like I love that I feel so overwhelmed by emotion thinking about it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that emotion comes from these like beautiful characters that we get introduced to.
Yeah.
Like I think in season 1 we do get introduced to a lot of different characters as well, but like not to this scale.
Not to
In-
this like depth.
Yeah, in this season, we get to learn about an entirely different cast, a whole village of people,
Yeah.
or of hollows, but they're really just people. And there's like maybe 100 new characters. I don't even know. Like, okay, how many new characters do we have in season 1? We have like Ozen and like some of these other characters like Bonjun, whatever. But we get introduced to an entire village of hollows, and each one of them have like a different personality and aspect to them, and I think especially with like Kaja, Wazukan, Bellof, and the whole Ganja,
Yeah.
and also we get to learn like backstory
backstory
about
too.
like this whole and
Yeah.
the way the first episode starts off, where it's like these entirely new characters,
Yeah.
and it's like, who are these people?
Yeah, I remember that threw us off so much. We're like, who are these? Why
yeah,
are
but
we
then
watching
it
this?
works so well. Like
Yeah.
there's times where they introduce all these new characters, and all you want is like, why do I care about these people? Why do I even want to see them? Where's my main cast?
Yeah.
In this case, I totally cared so much about these new characters.
Yeah.
This new group, the Ganja, right?
Yeah.
Like we have nothing on them,
Yeah.
but like I ended up caring so much about them,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. And it's also like a different story. It's like
Yeah.
something that happened way back in the past.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Like, oh gosh, I loved it. It was
Yeah.
this season was amazing. I don't
Yeah.
even know
Yeah.
how to describe it.
Yeah.
It was so crazy. Like,
It was.
like what? We're gonna
Yeah.
learn about this whole different crew.
Yeah.
Wazukan, Bellof, and then don't even get me started about Wazukan and Bellof and
Oh, I know.
Kaja and Ma. Like all these characters that we got to fall in love with.
Yeah.
And then they are ripped out and destroyed, and everyone is dead.
Everyone.
Everyone is dead.
Everyone.
At the end of it, every single new character that we've met all died.
Yeah.
Except for Fapata.
Yeah.
Fapata is the only new character that we got that
That's it.
actually survived.
Yeah.
But man,
But man, the
we-
journey.
the journey, guys.
The journey
The journey.
was amazing.
The journey.
No, go for it.
It's that accumulation.
The accumulation. It's true.
Yeah,
It's
the
absolutely
accumulation
true.
of all of these events, all of these characters, and everything combined. accumulated into one beautiful story arc that I fucking love. It was amazing. Yeah, man. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think of the end.
Yeah. Tell us what you thought of the end of the entire season.
Yeah.
How you felt about it. And yeah, gush about it as much.
Yeah.
Tell us how you felt. And
Yeah.
because I'd love to read it because I probably feel the same way.
Yeah.
All right,
Tell
guys.
us.
Tell us your favorite moment, how you felt, your summary, your overall thoughts of this episode, or even your overall thoughts of the
season.
whole arc, this whole village arc. And what the heck is gonna happen next, guys?
I don't know.
What's gonna happen next? Are we gonna they barely even explored the 6th layer, really?
Yeah.
Like, there's probably more to see, right?
Yeah.
I think.
I
or are
imagine.
we just gonna jump to the 7th layer?
Who knows?
I don't know what's gonna
knows?
happen
I
to
know.
us. I mean, I'd love to actually see more of the 6th layer and like kind of more of the destroyed city or the ruins. Maybe explore a little bit more, then go to the 7th layer. But I'm not sure what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
What do you?
I have no idea. But whatever it is.
Whatever it is, I'm down.
I'm down.
Yep. All right, guys. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, that's it.
Yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this extremely long discussion, but we had a blast talking about it because we love talking about this series because it's very near and dear to our hearts, and we love it so much.
Love it.
All right, guys. I think that's it for us today, guys. If you guys like this reaction and this discussion, maybe go down below, hit that lickety like button. Maybe consider subscribing. It helps Algorithm Senpai notice us that little bit more.
Onegaishimasu, Algorithm Senpai.
And lastly, we want to say thank you as always, guys.
Thank you, you guys.
Thank you guys for the support, the comments, and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank
means
you.
so much to us, honestly. Thank you. All right, guys. I think that's it. And we will catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Later.